TSM is great food. What can I say? The best part about TSM is that they have great food, and maybe I can even have a 401k plan with them. Anyway, we started the view arena again. I will not be playing on my main account, by the way, just to be clear. So it's unrated, so it'll be very fun. It's going to be a Ponziani counter gambit. So that's e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, c3, f5. Those are the first three moves. I guess I can show to you very quickly as we get into it. That would be this, knight f3, knight 6, c3, f5. So this is the Ponziani counter gambit, not the Ponziani. We're gonna do the counter gambit though. All right, so anyway, we're gonna be starting in about 3 seconds. I did not watch the fight last night. I don't really, I mean, I'm not a boxing fan. I never have been. Let's go d4 here. Yeah, we're gonna play on this account. We should do a trade Detroit for Vancouver. That would be a bad trade. All right, so we're playing on Smurf card, by the way, and the reason for that is so we can play players at lower rating ranges. That's the reason. It goes d6. Now the danger with playing the counter gambit is you do open up this check, so takes could be bad. Also, I can kind of take the diagonal, which is why this counter gambit's very tricky to play. I don't follow boxing. I've never followed boxing. It's just not my thing. I guess I can take with a bishop. I could also take with a queen, but I'll take with a bishop here. So we can bully lower rated players. No, it's so that they have a chance to see what sort of mistakes players make in this rating range. It's not to bully at all, and also it's unrated. Most importantly, let's just castle here. Would I try chess boxing? Yeah, I would try chess boxing though. I have said that. You know, when they come up with the $10 million for the 10 million purse for the fight, I'll obviously chess box Magnus. Absolutely. Yeah, we just got to get that. We just got to get that prize fund, you guys. But the funding's not secured yet. Let's go bishop g3. I can obviously go e6 maybe. Actually, e6 takes queen d7 was a very nasty checkmate there. See, I can play knight d2 here. Guess I'll go queen e2 here. Actually, the problem with the concept though is, yeah, I mean, in terms of Magnus and myself, I think Magnus is I think he's about, is he 2 or 3 inches taller? I don't know exactly how much taller he is, but he's definitely taller than I am. And I know, like in boxing, that matters a lot, I believe. I mean, we're just gonna take the pawn, keep this very simple. Up 2 pawns. Thank you, top-notch banter for the 17 months. Thank you so much. Would I chess box Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, of course I would chess box him, because like you just have to make sure to just run away. That's all you have to do. Just make sure you run away. Let's go king h1 here. So I can play rook d1 here, put pressure on the knight. This was like a very pleasant position. E6 allows knight f4. Very good move. Let's see if he spots knight f4, because I'm trying to win the queen. Will he spot knight f4? He does. Very good understanding to spot this move. Play rook d1. Checkmate him before the boxing segment, but I realized if ever that happened where you had someone who doesn't really understand chess at all, and they want to do chess boxing, let's say they're a pro boxer like Mayweather or whomever, you literally could give them a four move sequence to avoid a checkmate. Like if you tell them to play knight f6, e6, g6, bishop g7, there's no way you can checkmate them in the chess portion before you have to get to boxing. So you would be toast. You would 100% be toast. If someone comes in and tells them like how to stop the 4-move checkmate, you're not gonna win it. You're not gonna win in time. So it actually would be yeah, it would be different. Did I have another hobby? I've always loved playing tennis. It's been my favorite sport. Floyd couldn't beat Logan Paul. Come on, you guys, don't be naive. Floyd, there's a reason Floyd Mayweather didn't deck Logan Paul, and it's this little thing that's that's green. It's green. It smells like paper. I think everybody knows what I'm referring to. There's a reason. There's a reason that Floyd did not knock out Logan Paul. Go rook d7 here. Oh, Kel, yes, Kel, good one. It could be Kel, right? Could be Kel. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get white again. This time I'm gonna give him a chance to play e4 and attack me. Oh, okay, he goes d6. Now because black plays f5 early, you do open up this diagonal, so you really do need to be quick in the center of the board. And take, I can also go bishop b5 here. I guess I'll play bishop b5 again. By the way, you guys, as usual, we'll also be gifting one sub randomly to a random number for all the people who are playing in this view arena. Let's just castle. Let's go check. I'm gonna try to get some sort of fancy checkmate here, maybe. Okay, let's go here. It's kind of a weird move, maybe targeting the knight. Okay, let's go here and go for a cheese. Have I listened to my Team the Crazy Knights song? No, I have not. I don't know what that means, but should be amusing. Let's go here. Let's try cheese again. The main event of the day will be the chess done quick. That starts at about 10 a.m. Pacific, so in about 2 hours, you guys. So we're gonna be pretty chill until then. We're gonna do this view arena. I'll talk about the US Championship obviously a little bit later on. We will, of course, we'll be playing subs a little bit later on as well, so it's gonna be fun. The team owner posted. Okay, yeah, I mean, I haven't again been very closely following. I do have one piece of bad news though, you guys, which is there is a chance that on Tuesday I might be simuling again. Bishop f5 is a great move, by the way. There's a chance I might be simuling again on Tuesday because it looks like the match for my team is apparently slated to begin at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. So I might have to I might have to play the play Title Tuesday and the match at the same time. There is a chance. Okay, let's go here. Okay, I guess I'll go let's just develop here. Knight d2, knight f3. Have I watched the Squid Game? Yes, you guys, I have watched the Squid Game. And let's keep going. Let's go here, target the knight. Yeah. At this point, you're probably 125. You guys, like, it's not a competition, let's be serious. 126 died. It was 126 an actual care. I mean, of course they said there were 456 players. Did number 126 get any screen time or not? Because I didn't really watch it closely. Like I'm sure a lot of people are going to go back and check to see what numbers actually were in it. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch because I'm sure everyone's like everyone's not paying super close attention to like the numbers. Game number 4, pick a partner and play a chess game. Whoever loses gets killed. Yeah. True story. I guess I'll just knight h4 is a good move. Let's go here and here. Trying to salvage this. My king looks kind of safe. Long term, I should win with pawns. Is Squid Game based on chess? No, but I think Squid Game's a great game. Now, I could trade and win an endgame, or I could win flashy with rook e8 and undermine. Let's win the rook and pawn endgame, just to show you guys the power of pawns. Let's go here, here, here. Maybe I'll even double stack. Let's go here. Step 1, start pushing the pawns. Just consolidate our chain. He'll probably go a5 if he should. Okay, let's start pushing our pawns. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go here to prevent the pawn from pushing. He can obviously take. My pawns are much further advanced than his pawns, so should be pretty cleanly winning. Very far back, and I mean my pawns are starting to roll now. Go here. Okay, let's keep rolling the pawns. I could have taken obviously, but we're just going to show you guys the power of past pawns. And now we're getting Castle Mania on the 7th with the double rooks as well. Okay, let's just go for the let's go here. He can't take, so I have checkmate. Classic ladder. Okay, roll the pawns. Connect the pawns. Okay, now we go checkmate. Let's keep going. Could I sack a rook there? I probably could. Now we get black in this game. Now, you know what's annoying about this opening is I actually lost in this opening with white. I lost this counter gambit in the US Championship in 2005, I believe it was. No, it was 2007, maybe 2007, I think it was. I lost in this opening to Julio Becerra, if I'm not mistaken. So with white, I lost. Okay, so we're gonna go e4 because this is the correct way to play it. Take. He did have queen h5 maybe. Let's go knight f6 and d5. Yeah, I don't remember what year it was, but I think it was 2007. Anyway, as I was saying, you guys, for the CSL on Tuesday, the match is supposed to be starting at 9:30 Pacific time, and Title Tuesday starts at 10 a.m. So there is a chance I'll have to simul. Problem for white is if white's not quick in this opening, black has perfect development, and I've already got connect force, so I win the game by force. And now, I mean, it's just I line it all up. White's lacking in development as well, so it's very hard to play here. Simul would be exciting. I hope I don't have to, but we'll see. Is it tough to simul or not? Okay, we're just gonna go for the kill immediately here. Play this like a Paul Morphy would. I mean, I'd rather not, but you know, it's what it is. I think it's one game though, right? Or is it a series of games? Okay, let's play like a Paul Morphy. Let's just go for the big kill. Who's my opponent tomorrow? I don't know actually. King is very open. White has extra pieces, but they aren't developed here. Look at all these pieces on the wrong side of the board. Meanwhile, the monarch is all alone here with just a lone pawn. The head of the army just has one pawn to protect it, while all the forces are way over here on the other side of the board. Now I go here. Now I go queen h3. It does not show any button even now that I'm in the club. You got to go to chess.com/live and click on tournaments. 1123581321888. That's where you have to go. Now I just have a lolly or a lobster pincer. Is it just one game or is it multiple games? It's just one game, right? It's one game only, so yeah. So hopefully I won't have to simul, but yeah. Okay. We're gonna just go d3 here. What time does the TSM chef start cooking the facility? On weekdays, they usually come in around like 9:30, 10ish, and cook till about noon, and the food's ready then. But I don't have that today. It's a weekend, so of course, I mean, obviously most sane people take the weekend off, or they get the weekend off from work. So basically my lunch is in my bag, and it's a couple of bananas. Okay, let's just go here. I could take. I'm not going to. Am I alone at TSM? Yeah, there's nobody else here yet, but yesterday afternoon and probably today there will be a bunch of league, I think academy players for league who will be here, so that's what's going on. Does everyone stream at TSM? No, I think I'm the only person. I'm the only person. Most TSM members are not in California because they don't like that little thing called taxes. So most members of TSM are not here in California. But the ones who are, like, there's myself, there is Myth. I mean, Double Lift and Bjergsen are, I mean, they're kind of streamers, but more league. So like Myth, for example, has never streamed from TSM. So like most TSM members have not streamed from here. I think I've streamed from here. I think Mayumi, the Brazilian member of TSM, she streamed from here. I think Sub Rose and Wardell, when they were here with Valorant, have streamed from here, but of course they don't, none of those people live here, so a little bit different. Am I buddy with the league guys or just know them? Mainly I just know them. I mean, I've hung out with Bjergsen and Myth are the two guys that I know the best at TSM. Yeah, but I don't like streaming from home because I like that separation of like work and pleasure, whatever you want to call it. I just like that separation. Made a pawn number for 15. It's like, also for example, it's like, I think if I was streaming from home, it'd be very easy. Like this morning I was not awake at 7 o'clock, my alarm went off, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I just want to go back to bed. But having to get up and actually move, like that forced me to wake up and come here rather than just like skip a day. So like that's the thing. Like if I was streaming from home, I'd be like, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to bed, who cares, kind of. So yeah, that's what I would say. Hikaru, a simple conservative man, goes to work, comes home. Well, I mean, there's the great Mariano Rivera quote, the closer for the New York Yankees, back when they actually were a real team and they could actually win the World Series, which was, I think he made a quote something like, I get the ball, I think it was something like, I get the ball, I pitch, I shower. There's some quote like that. And I sort of have the same kind of more or less mentality towards streaming, which is, you know, basically I wake up, I stream, I go home. So yeah. Okay, now I've got great threats here towards the queen side. Apart from taxes, it's better to stream at TSM than home. I mean, I like streaming from TSM more just because it's easier having a setup here. Also, I mean, I would say that streaming a lot, you know, there are collabs which happen when people are so spread out everywhere. You know, you don't really have interaction per se, so it can get pretty lonely. So I actually do like it. They do Rick Monster for 7. Yeah, I have a house in Florida still. I think I've said that many times. Let's take, I think I have a maid, I don't know, but I assume there's a maid somewhere in here, maybe not. Okay, let's take. Where's the mate? Wait, check back, check block. No, I think it's here. It's check and then check and then check in the corner. Yes, check and mate. Did I receive the chess clock I ordered off the Reddit React? No, you guys, but I got an email about the chess clock and it should be arriving in about 6 days. So yeah. Okay, it goes king b8. Now I go checkmate, but it should be coming in about 6 days. I also kind of I kind of caved because I was watching Twitch yesterday and I saw Lyric playing this game called Metroid Dread, and I actually caved and I bought it. I bought a Nintendo Switch and that game off of Amazon yesterday. So you'll probably see me play some games in the future on the Switch. Go d5, maybe c6, take the pawn here. It looked like a pretty cool game. Obviously Metroid, that's like, didn't they last release a game like in early 2000s or something? Like I think they released that in like, I want to say it was in 2003 or something. Like, wasn't the last game in that series like 10 zillion years ago? I vaguely remember playing it. I don't remember where exactly, but I remember playing that game. Let's take let's go here and take, I guess. Yeah, there was some Metroid game, but I mean, I want to say, I think it was 2003, right? When was it? It was like it really was a million years ago. Let's go here, maybe knight f8, knight e6 next move, maybe knight b8, c6. Try to put pressure on the c6 pawn. Am I playing a variant? No, we're just playing regular chess right now. The variant chess is a little bit later on. Take, how much did I pay for the Switch? $299. Either maybe that's over, maybe that's like 99 bucks too much. I don't know if it's 299 or 199, what it should cost, but I know it's not 500, which is kind of okay. Let's go rook e8. Let's go here. Can Fog of War be possible and over the board? No. Well, I stream off a Switch. I mean, I might. I don't have plans, obviously. I just bought it to play the game. But I might. I'm not opposed to it, actually. I have noticed a lot of the games that the streamers play, like in the group games. Most of them are like PS5 or Nintendo. So yeah. So it's something I've kept my mind on. I've thought about it. Okay, let's go d4, maybe knight c6 next move. They just saw like for the 12 months. Let's go here. We've got a bunch of pawns here in the center of the board. Okay, I think what I want to do again, when you get past pawns in an endgame, especially when they're connected like this, you want to start pushing them up the board as fast as you can. Do other super GMs play games? I think most of them don't actually. Now the reason I'll say is because I mean the younger GMs, I think they grew up primarily with chess. Like I really want to say younger GMs don't play a lot. That's what I would say. Most gyms I don't think do, but I will say that when I was very young, I think most people know that my parents they split up when I was quite young, but we did go back to Japan a couple of times in my early childhood. And oh, 1 second. But in my early childhood I would go back to Japan, and my biological father, like, one of the things we would do is play games on Nintendo. So I do have that from my childhood. Let's take and go king c6. Card games, well, I mean, all chess players play card games. I mean, like, video games. I don't mean card games. All chess players play card games. Literally all chess players. I can't think of any, like, top gem who doesn't play something like a Hearthstone or poker or you know, games like that. Like, I can't think of everyone does. But yeah, card games like poker. Also, I think some GMs play Magic. I mean, Magic, Hearthstone, poker. I don't know exactly what the categories are, but yeah, stuff like that. Are they good at card counting? I think they're okay. I mean, okay, let's go here. Maybe take the pawn. My opponent's trying to break through here on the king side. It's not so trivial. I have tried playing Go. I'm terrible at Go. I tried playing Go. Okay, let's go. Let's just go here and take the pawn. Wang, how the Chinese players except for Ding Lauren play a lot of video games? Aha. When will you guys get a Valor stream? I don't know. Let's go check knight f6. Now I guard the pawn, I guard the check, I hit both pawns. Should be pretty clean here. 1 second, let's just take the pawn. Okay, let's just go check. I guess I'll play h4, king g5 or g3. Oh, whoops, he can take. Whoops. Let's go check. Go here. No stalemate, by the way, because... Oh, let's go check and mate. Alright, I'll play... let's play d3 again. d4 or d3 are both the moves, I think. Although this allows d5. Maybe this is just bad. Because now he gets knight f6 and he's got a huge center already out of the gate. So this isn't ideal, to put it mildly. Do I still talk to my biological father? No, I don't. Let's go bishop e2 and castles here. I can play b4. Go b4, maybe a3, maybe bishop b2 next move. Did I watch Anisha's super team anthem? No, I didn't. Okay, let's go b5 here. Do I take these opponents seriously? I'm taking the game somewhat seriously. Yeah, I think it beat Malik for 3. I'm obviously not pushing them as hard as I could, but I am taking it seriously. Yeah, let's go d4 maybe. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of chaos here. Problem with d4 by my opponent is that now I can force the knights off and open up this lane. I open up this file and it's really hard to play for black now. Do chess players work 7 days a week? Every chess player is different. Do you mean like on chess or do you mean in general? Like everyone has a different routine. That's what I would say, though. I mean, that's the short answer. Some chess players can like players like Anish Giri, for example. I think he actually studies like 10 hours a day, like every single day of the week, and I don't know how he does that because a lot of people can't do it. But some players do, some players don't. I'm gonna go b4. I'm gonna go for a quick checkmate. If you mean super GMs, I think that varies a lot too. Some do, some don't. Do I still live at home with your parents, still living as a minimalist? No, I'm here in California, you guys. I mean, I'm 28 years old, you guys. At 28, you gotta be out of the house. Let's be serious. Let's take. I guess I'll take the pawn and go knight e4 here. Should be pretty good. Okay, let's just run this pawn up the board here. Aren't you 42? Yeah. What age should people be out of the house? I would say objectively, I think probably 25. I think on average I would say like 25. But it all changes because, again, I've said this before, but it's like it's funny, but it's all, every culture is different. And I think even in the US it's getting worse again, where like in the US you're supposed to be out of the house at 18 years old. You go do your own thing. That's life, you know. Go west, young man. Go get out of the house, do whatever. But yeah, I would say that like I think that the reason it's older in certain cultures is because like it's much harder to rent, or you know, those sorts of things. But I think like I think you should be out by like mid-20s. I think that's a fair age. Let's just take. Here in Netherlands, who want to get out but can't afford a house. Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is like most of Europe is that way. Like in Europe, I think most people want to be out, but it's, you can't afford rent. Like I've spent a lot of time in France and Italy in particular, even Spain I've spent some time, and like you just can't do it, because it's like the amount of money you make, a good salary is so much lower than the US. Like it's just, you just can't rent. I mean, you just cannot rent. I want to say like in Europe, you probably can't get you probably get something that's like what we would consider pretty nice, or maybe like a little over $1,000. But when your average salary is like $1,500 ish, I'm not gonna do conversions, but like if it's like $1,000 and your income is 1,500, you can't afford it. Like you just can't afford it. So it's like it actually is kind of a serious problem, and it's getting worse in the US too, by the way. Good night to knight c4. Yeah, but it's not just Europe, you guys. It's getting worse in the US too. When I start traveling alone, when I was 17. I traveled to France, I believe was the first turn solely on my own, I believe was to France at 17. Let's take and go h3. My income is less than 300 euros. Yeah, I mean, also I was saying like a nice place. I mean, but in general, yeah, rents and income in Europe are not comparable. You can't do it. Have I seen the Gen Z video on YouTube? People earning six-figure salaries and unable to repay student debt loans. Yeah, I would say like I mean, obviously I talk about chess primarily. I don't really like talking about finance or other things, but I have said before, you know, I am very critical of the system. Thinking it's okay to hack this for the 10 gifteds. I am very critical of the system that basically people are never taught what loans really are, and so like people just like if you don't understand a loan and you're like 18, 19, you take out a loan and think, well, I can just put it off a month or two, pay it back later, and then you end up basically getting screwed for the rest of your life. And I think it's really bad that we don't teach that in schools. Let's play rookie 1 here. Yeah. Okay, let's just take the pawn to a5, go b4, bishop d4. Isn't Hassan saying things like this? Maybe he is. I don't know. I can obviously take and take. I can actually take, maybe. If I take, he takes, and I take. But yeah, I would say that to me, I think in school there should be some sort of basic, I know it's basic finance or basic, there should be some kind of class so that every kid is required to take. 100%, but of course it'll never happen, because that would be bad for a lot of companies, obviously. Need to max the mastermind for the 13 months. Let's go bishop d4 here. Go king h2. Well, you can look at what a loan is in the internet today. That's not an excuse. Fundamentally, I tend to agree, but I would also argue that a lot of people, you just don't have that awareness. Like you don't have that awareness, that general awareness. Let's go here and f4, f5. I mean, I know multiple people personally who basically they took out loans when they were in school, and you know they missed maybe like 6 months or something of loans, and you know they thought, well, I can just pay it back later. But of course people don't understand that means you end up with you end up with more interest. You know, the interest goes up, and then even though you're trying to pay it off, you actually make no headway on it. So I mean I know people personally who basically they have wages garnished. Like it's very bad. Let's go h7, h8, make a queen. Okay, I'm gonna start pushing the pawns. Let's go check here, go here. Oh, I meant to push the pawn. Whatever, I'll still make another queen. Oh, garnered, not garnished. Sorry, yeah, garnished. Yeah, garnish means something else. You're right. Yeah, garnish means something different. You're right. Garnish means yeah. How about I have my student loans garnished with a side of like I don't know, like a side of potatoes or something. Okay, let's go queen f8 check here. Yeah, that's true. That's a good one. Yeah. Oh, garnishing is right. Oh, okay. Well, I moved to Texas. No, I have a house in Florida. If I ever want to go back, I'll go back to Florida. I'm not a minimalist, you guys, necessarily. I don't have a lot of stuff, but yeah. Take. But you guys, I'll give you an example though. So like you guys are talking about like you're talking about like student loans. I'll give you a better example. So it's like a lot of people who watch the stream are not in the US. A lot of people are in Europe. And so if you're in Europe, as most people know, or as most Europeans know, you don't have like credit cards to the same degree. Most people don't have credit cards in Europe. A lot of people have just debit cards. Basically, they don't have credit cards, and it's kind of the same thing where it's like basically the notion, I think, underpin the thing that underpins all of that is that basically you don't want people going into debt or overspending or these sorts of things. And it's like in the US, of course, everybody has credit cards. You can play the points game, whatever it is. That's false. I mean, maybe it's changed a lot in like the last like couple of years. But well, Germany is the most advanced country in Europe right now, so it's a little bit different. Germany and the UK I don't really count because they're different. But I was referring to like countries like, you know, this is just checkmate. Countries like Spain, Italy, and France. But also, like, I know like some of those Dutch guys, when I spoke to them a few years ago, they also, like Anish and Robin, they had credit cards, but they said it was very rare. They said it was pretty rare at the time for people to have like credit cards so that you get points and all these other things. And so it's like it's the same kind of concept. It's like, well, you can have credit cards, but the problem is if people overspend and they end up in debt, you know, it's a big problem for society. But again, if you understand it, then obviously you can take advantage and it all works out. So it's all relative. Looking at stats are 40-50% with credit cards in France, Spain, Italy. That seems like a very low number though, doesn't it? Isn't that a very low number? I bet in America it's like 90. America's probably 90% plus, right? Let's go 92, 94. I bet in the US it's like 90% plus of have a credit card. Maybe that's too high, but I assume so. Take the bishop, go queen d4. I think I had this against someone earlier. Let's go here. Let's go h3. Can't believe Daniel lost again. It'll be so hard for him now. Yeah, Daniel's in a bad spot in the US championship, of course. He has not played the top dog. Excuse me, he has not played the top dogs, and he's in trouble. Go here and castle next move. Let's just castle. When did I have my first credit card? I think my parents got me a credit card when I was like 14. It was the I still have the credit card actually. It was the Chase I think it was the Chase Freedom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was a Chase Freedom. That was my first credit card. I still have it actually. Let's go queen d2 and bishop d4 here. Freedom? Did I say freedom? Yeah, I said freedom. Yeah. 14% of Americans have at least 10 credit cards. Holy mackerel, that's a lot. Let's go rookie 1. What's my credit score? It's high. Let's just take the problem for black is that I've got a great wooden shield here in the middle of the board. And I'm just gonna line up with rookie 3, rook g3. Yeah, 10 credit cards. Like I'm telling you guys, that's the thing. So it's like, I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like we just have this system. Let's go rook g3, hit the pawn. Play h4, h5. Maybe just line this up. Lot of big threats, by the way. A lot of problems here for black. And you still drive a Honda Civic? Why would I not drive a Honda Civic, you guys? I'm a very simple person. What do you need a flashy car for, you guys? A Honda Civic will get me wherever I need to go. Okay, I can drive some Ferrari. Maybe a few people go, ooh, look at that guy, he's some super rich celebrity driving around in his you know, Lambo or Maserati or Ferrari in LA. Like, ooh, big deal. Like, it doesn't matter. A Honda Civic is still going to get me where I need to go. The only thing that matters is the car getting you where you need to go. That's the only purpose of the car, you guys. So seriously, please play h5 and take. Let's take the queen here. Tesla, because it actually takes me where I want to go. I mean, but that's all. I mean, yeah. Okay, I can play g4 here. I can also just move my king. Actually, the thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to open it up because my opponent walked into a pin. So I open it up. Did I buy it new or used? I bought it used. As most people know, again, if you buy a car used, like with like 5-10,000 miles on it, it's so much cheaper than if you buy it right off the shop. So when you buy a car new, within the first like 1,000 miles, I think it loses about on average $5,000 of value. Okay, bishop d3. Let's play d6 here. Good knight f6. But it's not fresh that way. Okay, you guys. 43.9% of Americans don't pay their credit card in full each month. True. The new car smell is worth $5,000. Yes, the new smell of leather is worth $5,000. Thank you for that. But yeah, I would just say quite simply, you buy a car so the car can get you where you need to go. That's the reason you buy a car. So why do you need to spend $40,000 extra dollars or $70,000 extra dollars or whatever the ungodly number is for some fancy schmancy car? Like, be right back making leather scented perfume. True. You buy economy plane tickets too? I do a mix, but I've been lucky. I've been very lucky in my life. I've been able to fly a lot, so I know all the games, you guys. I know all the games. I could talk to you about the games with credit card points. I can talk to you about the games with airline miles. I can talk about all those games if anybody really wants to hear me talk about it. Let's take the pawn on d4 here. Best airline. I don't know what the best airline is these days. I mean, I've been with United for a long time. But yeah, it's like I would also say to people, it's the same thing kind of. It's a little bit different, but like what if you fly places, make sure to have a frequent flyer number and collect points. You know, it won't add up quickly, but make sure you have you get those airline mile points, because eventually it'll add up to where you can take some trip within the country at least, and just use those miles for a free ticket. I'm gonna take the knight here with the pawn. I've flown on Singapore. It's okay. I mean, it's nice, but I wouldn't say it's out of this world. Oh, what? He resigned? Why'd he resign? Let's go knight f6 here. d4 e4 I think is good. Didn't I say I like Lufthansa? All the airlines are fine. He left to watch the stream. True. Although I agree with your thing, it's nice to buy luxuries. Well, I would say to me, like, a luxury is like a nice trip, for example, for a few $1,000s. Spending $50,000 on a nice car or $50,000 on more on a car is just like stupid. There's something wrong with you. Let's just take the knight here. Okay, g4 is a good move. I can play h5 g5 knight d5. Let's play h5 knight d5 here. Some people have passions about cars. Well, I mean, I would say if you're like a huge aficionado of cars, I get it. But like, I think a lot of people just buy a fancy car to, like, I don't know if show off's the word, but just to like look special or something. But yeah, Hikaru knows so much WTF. I've traveled a lot. You know, I've been around a lot of different people from many different backgrounds, I guess I would say. I agree. If you wanted to flex with cars in LA, you would have to spend an obscene amount of money. I don't need to flex, you guys. I just don't need to flex. It's not my thing. I can flex with my chest, and that's the only flex I need. Honestly, that's the only flex I need. I'll take the bishop. I'll take the pawn. I don't need to flex is a flex. Oh, really? Okay. Nice flex, exactly. California's a waste of money. Could be in Texas. Well, not to sound hot or controversial, but I will say that I don't know the math because I'm not a math guy, but statistically, if you're in Texas or California, or not Texas or California, Texas or Florida, there is a much higher chance that you could end up in the wrong place at the wrong time and lose your life. I will say that. And that is something to keep in mind. Let's go bishop g4 and bishop f3. Not that it can't happen anywhere, but there's a much higher chance of it happening in one of those states than in California. Much higher chance. Let's go bishop f3. You know, it's like where I lived in Florida. Obviously, the whole that whole shooting, the school shooting, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas was only about 15 minutes away from where I lived. Like that was quite close. Thank you, Reverend Patrick, for the 12 months. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I can play g6 here to hit the knight on f5. You can take. I can take next move. Knight h6, you just take. The knight looks kind of trapped here. Will I be playing subs at the beginning? Yeah, I'll be playing subs at the beginning of most streams, you guys. Yeah. Okay, I can take the knight here. Should be winning. You can play rook h. I guess I'll go rook h5 takes bishop g6. Go bishop g4. Bishop d6 next move. Trade the bishop. Simple win now. I just have an extra bishop. I can go rook h8, rook h3. All my pawns are very safe. So what I do here is I just trade the rooks. And I should win with the extra bishop because we basically have the same number of pawns. I guess I have one extra one, but I'm just going to trade the rooks off and very simply win with the extra bishop long term. You look much friendlier without the facial hair. Oh, really? Oh, fair enough. Interesting. True. Okay. I look 28, right? At 28, you're always friendly. Let's go here. Of course, he's threatening to take the pawn. I guess I'll go knight e7 and just castle here. Get out of the center right away. Keep my center very guarded here. Everything's kind of compact and guarded. I can just open up the lines again for the bishops. Go e4. I'm going to take again. I've got the double bishops combo coming down towards the white king. What I'm noticing with a lot of these early games is these players are they're not understanding the center or how vital it is to play in the center right at the start of the game. That's the biggest mistake most of these players are making in these games. Today is a rest day at the US Championship. What? No, it's not. They play today. Don't they? No, they play today. I was pretty sure they play today. Don't they play today, or am I crazy? Oh, it's a rest day? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. All right, let's take the pawn here. How's everyone's Sunday going? My Sunday is going great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Isn't this opening super rare? Yeah, but actually these gambits are not rare. There are a lot of thematic gambits. I guess I just kick the knight, take queen h4. Very dangerous position, hard to play. Let's go here. I can take a lot of pressure right out of the gate. Pretty tough to play here. I don't mean to be controversial, but do you like pineapple on pizza? No, pineapple does not belong on pizza. Sorry. Your stream is the only good thing I have today. Isn't there football today or not? No, pineapple does not belong on pizza. Sorry, it just doesn't belong on pizza. Let's just take and take. Okay, he gets knight f1. He actually found a good way to stop the checkmate. I mean, come on, let's be serious. He didn't take the bishop. I don't know if that was a slip or what. Let's go here. Have I ever eaten a poutine? I've had poutine, yeah. I've had poutine actually in Montreal. It's pretty good. You've lost a loyal fan today with that comment. I'm sorry, Dr. Hogg, PhD. Good d4 here. We're playing Roberto Downey. Roberto Downey. Okay, now he takes. This is the first game with actually what I would say is a serious theoretical line so far. I think I take here. It's pronounced Putin if you want the Quebec credit. Quebec, yeah. No, I know, of course it's Putin. I know, but again, I'm not in Quebec. I'm not in Laval. So, speaking of which, by the way, speaking of Laval and Quebec, I have to say that I have not encountered anyone from there who speaks the way that XQC does. So it's kind of weird. He's the only person who has that. He's got like the weirdest accent ever. Play knight d4 here. Nobody that I know from there speaks like him. Nobody. I mean, doesn't matter whether it's French or English. Nobody I know speaks like him. It's very, very strange. This game is going to be over very quickly. Threatening mate in 1, by the way. He's developed a very weird hybrid, probably. Yeah, I just mean he just his either his French and English are very I don't know, very unusual. Let's go rook e1, hit the bishop here. Let's go a4, a5, a6. Your fellow TSMer is online. I don't know what that means. Go here. I guess I just take. Okay, this one's gonna be over in a second. Holy mackerel, this guy's serious. Okay, let's go d4 again. I take. Okay, let's take. He's gonna go knight f. Oh, he doesn't go knight f6 again. Okay, so we'll play the same line. And maybe this is the main theoretical line these days. I don't know. But we've had this position like 3 or 4 times now. This guy's 2190. Gore Malkonian. Nice. He's Armenian too. Well, I mean, yeah, I was actually over in Glendale yesterday, so there were a lot of Armenians. There are a lot of Armenians over in that area of California, so, or of LA, I should say. So let's make a check. Bishop b3, bishop e3. Let's go here, h3, bishop e3. Pretty good position. Guess I'll go h3, kick the bishop. Levon is Armenian, but he's Armenian, but he's in St. Louis now. Let's go bishop d1. I want to stop knight h5. It's kind of weird. I stopped this. I'm trying to basically cut all the concepts for black. Let's go here, because now the bishop covers both squares. Just castle here. I'll go here, try to create a wooden shield in the middle of the board. Queen d6 is a good move, very good move by my opponent. Let's go here, create the wooden shield, maybe more wooden shields. Go here. Pro pineapple pizza. I mean, yeah, yikes. Go a4, chip the structure here. Take. Weak pawn, maybe rook a5. b4 allows bishop a6 to collect a rook. Bishop covers both squares, by the way. You can't move the knight either. And now I get this, and now it's over. Does Intel sponsor chess events nowadays? No. I'll tell you guys why Intel doesn't. Well, Intel sponsored chess in the late or in the mid 90s. There was this Intel PCA Grand Prix event. But from what I heard, basically, and this kind of fits with the theme of everything of late, but apparently they sponsored, but I don't know if it was Gary got mad at them or what happened, but basically Gary Chess got mad and he pissed off the sponsors, and they said no and left. That's what I've heard from multiple people. Let's go knight d2 here. So yeah. If I take, he has queen e5. Wow, that's actually not a bad move. I guess takes, I go queen e2 here. Yeah, it fits with the theme, of course, for all you guys. How can we know when you'll play an arena? I generally just choose. This would be a good idea if I didn't have 2 captures. I have a king or a knight. This is very reminiscent of a mistake that Vasily Ivanchuk made in a tournament in the early 2000s, knockout event in Las Vegas, where he hung a piece, and he lost the game, lost the match to Nisipiano, and then he went outside and banged his head on the wall. Good knight g4 and trade some knights here. I'll show you guys the that game afterwards, because I'm sure you guys are wondering what I'm talking about. Yeah, he did. Is the wall okay? Good one. Okay, let's go here. I need a snare set for the 2 months. Let's hit the rook. I have this. I've got rook e1. The bishops are in perfect harmony here. Go check. Rooks are in perfect harmony too. Everything's right where it should be. Let's go here. I have this. Rooks are active. He does have this, which would be a good try. Have I watched a new Bond movie? No, I'm not a big fan of I haven't really watched the Bond movies for the last like 10 years or so. Why is Magnus not playing the SEC this year? I assume because it's probably related to Chess 24. CDQ stands for Chess Done Quick. Go check and check, I guess. Let's go back to F1 maybe, or D3. The old Bond movies were amazing. I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, let's take the pawn, hit the bishop, hit the pawn. I think to air Diaz for the tier 1. Okay, let's just take the bishop. Yeah, I'll show you guys the game after this, so you can see it. Let's take, surely it's to do with the SEC match, with the World Championship match. Maybe, I'm not sure actually, to be honest. Will I play more arena tournaments? I can always do that. Yeah, let's go checkmate. Okay, let's take. He'll take. I'll go knight f6. Again, I have to stop queen h5. Very important. Now here, I can take both ways. My instinct is that I take this way just to open up the diagonal quickly, that I get quick development here. Maybe a bishop g4 first was better. Let's go here. Okay, let's go g5. Let's go here. I'll castle, play e3 next move. Okay, by the way, you guys, we are gonna be starting the raffle for playing against subs. So you will type hashtag playme and then your chess.com username. So type the hashtag playme chess.com username. We're gonna play about like 10 to 15 of you guys, and we'll play like 10 to 15 of you guys sub games before we do Chess Done Quick. So you have a chance, if you're not a sub of the channel, you do sub now and then you type hashtag play with your username on chess.com. You will have a chance to play me in a blitz game. So make sure to sub if you're not subbed already. Okay, knight f3, good attempt. Let's go here. Is Hikaru still in TSM? Yes, you guys, I'm streaming from TSM. I still am a proud member of TSM. I've been with them for over a year now. It's been a great ride so far, and just looking forward to the future, you guys. Okay, takes. I'm gonna go g4. I don't know if it's the right move, but I'm gonna do it. I guess I'll take, so I have a check, maybe some kind of sauce here on the h file. I thought you were with c9. Very funny. No, I mean, come on, let's be serious. Okay, and there we go. We get the checkmate. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna go use the Russian very quickly. We'll just pop up a game. Actually, no, we have time for one more. Let's do one more game. How's it going for TSM at Worlds? They're not at Worlds, you guys. They didn't qualify. They didn't qualify. Okay, let's just take. Yeah, I expect Rajabov to do so well. I wasn't surprised that he did so well. Okay, we'll get the same setup, it looks like. Go here, hit the queen. That looks a little bit dubious, but maybe it's not, because I guess I try to stop him from castling here because you can't castle through check and then develop, maybe. Weird position. TSM has great food. What can I say? The best part about TSM is that they have great food, and maybe I can even have a 401k plan with them. Those are the two biggest benefits to being a member of TSM. Okay, I'm gonna castle, maybe rook e8, try to put pressure immediately in the center of the board. Good check. Let's take and take. This video is really nice. I'll open that in another window, just to see what it is. I hope it's not a Rickroll, is it? Is it a Rickroll? Whoa, what was that? Okay, let's take the bishop. No, it's not a Rickroll, at least. Okay. Let's go here, rook e8, maybe put pressure in the center of the board. How are your songs doing? Pretty well, actually, pretty well. I had a great September. I got castled. Okay, let's go bishop f5, maybe rook f2 here. Maybe queen e6 also is good. That was a YouTube video from St. Louis. Let's take, and now we take and go check. Everything's kind of collapsing here. It's October. Yeah, I know it's October, but the point that I was making is September was a very bad month for the stock market, objectively. All right, you guys, so we get the win. So I'm gonna take a short break, go use the restroom. We're gonna come back, and then we're gonna be playing sub games again. Remember to type hashtag play me with your chess.com username to have an opportunity to play me. Thank you to Eric Chesscom for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much to Eric Chesscom for the 10 gifted subs. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a short break. We'll be back in like 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll keep rolling right along, you guys. Okay, let's play Sicilian against Dan Badto from Germany. Germania, I should say. Let's go e6. Maybe I can go b5, get a Lasker trap here. Is he gonna go back and get, am I gonna get a Lasker trap or not? Or is he gonna realize through these to go back this way? Okay, sacks, not the greatest idea, but maybe not so bad. He gets 2 for 3. Of course 3 is greater than 2. Oh no, but now he loses the bishop to the Lasker trap. Oh no. Again, you need to remember, if you're going to bring the bishop out early, that you don't get trapped by this this trick with the pawns. Very, very important if you're going to put a bishop on c4 or b5, that the pawns don't get down and trap your bishop. Let's go knight f6 here. Go here, hit the pawn. Go here. If he takes the pawn, I can skewer him with bishop a6. Okay, he doesn't take, so that's good. I'll go c3 again. I want to open up the diagonal here. I'll take. Can I sack my queen? Oh, well, he sacks his queen. What do I think of last night's fight? I told you before, I haven't been a big fan of boxing in many years. I don't know, like, I just haven't been a big fan.